I designed a roller coaster model using my computer, and today I'm going to tell you how I did it. And this model coaster has a close tie to your favorite roller coaster manufacturer. My name is Christian G. Coasters, and I'm a mechanical engineer, and if you've been following the channel, then you know for the past 3 years I've been developing a method to make model coasters using my computer. I've made 3 different model coasters on the channel. The first one was a K'NEX roller coaster that I designed using No Limits 2 Roller Coaster Simulator. The design process is very limiting with K'NEX because you only have flat and curved segments, and so this makes your track elements pretty limited. So then when I was in college, I wanted to try to make a model coaster with flat sheets of plastic that you cut out to any shape that you want. This design was invented by modelcoasters.com. So I wanted to take this to the next level and figured out how to take my No Limits 2 designs and make flat patterns that when I cut them out on the track, set up the wood supports, they would form the same curves as my computer model. So the way I'm making this model roller coaster is kind of like I'm the B&M of model coasters. Modelcoasters.com uses only straight and curved track sections that make really simple layouts, but using computer-aided design I can make more complex elements, sort of like B&M did, and revolutionize the coaster world. Now you may be wondering, who is this mystery coaster manufacturer that's linked to this model? For years, roller coasters have used round pipe as the main running rails, but my model coaster is really similar to how Rocky Mountain Construction makes their track. RMC uses a box track design using plasma cutters to cut out flat pieces of steel, and then they set up a jig to form the track into the same shape as their computer layouts. So my model is essentially built like an RMC coaster, but instead of steel, it's made out of plastic. Anyways, my second model coaster put this theory to the test, and it worked fairly well, but I ran into a lot of issues that I need to cover in a separate video. But this brings us to the third coaster that I'm going to show the build process today. My goal for this one was to make a really simple layout that looked nice to show off the roller coaster train that I have. So the first step was designing the track layout. And I had a couple different design ideas, and I even wanted to make one that went upside down, but I wanted to keep it really simple to make sure I could make a working coaster model. So once I had that design finished, I modeled all the roller coaster track into 3 different sections and cut it out onto the sheets of plastic. One important aspect of the coaster is that I wanted to make it look pretty. Last coaster, I painted the track, but I didn't paint the supports. So I wanted to give it a more finished look than the prototype. So I decided to paint the track and the supports. Another thing I did on my last coaster was I modeled all the supports in CAD, but this was really time consuming and I had a lot of clearance issues with the train. So to make it simpler, this time I just mapped out the support locations and the heights. So then I could just build the supports as needed, add extra support, and have a lot more freedom with building the supports of the model. So now I have the basic support structure finished and the track mostly lined up, but there was a lot of weakness in the baseboard. Before I just used a really thin poster board, and so I upgraded to using a thicker wooden board and using wood glue to put the supports into the base, and it is super strong this time. So I finished assembling the coaster and did a lot of tweaking and testing, and I tested with one car at first to make sure there was no interference, and I did have to fix a few supports that were hitting the wheels. Eventually I was able to get a single car to go all the way around the track. The full train doesn't quite make it through the track yet, and there's a lot of reasons for that. Overall, I think this second model was a lot better than the first because it was easier to build and it's stronger, but there's still a lot of problems that I need to solve that I will be covering in a separate video, problematic coaster style. So that's it for how I built a model coaster that I designed on my computer. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I also have so many ideas about improving this method so that we can eventually go upside down and do some really crazy track elements, but it would be really helpful if you supported the channel so I can keep making this content for you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.